No! No!
What's up, YouTube? It's J-Man and me, the Jokester, coming back at you with another bad movie review. J-Man, what is the film we are reviewing today?
Show have a promise.
Hi, Dad.
Pick up your stuff, Joshua.
Oh, honestly, Joshua, will you please get out of the way?
Yeah, that's right. If this Joshua and the Promised Land, it really sets a new standard in animation lows. It's quite bad, and it's from 2003. And I want to make sure that we credit your sister Lola for bringing this film to our attention. It's a really terribly animated movie from 2003 about a young man who goes on a biblical adventure, who's taken on a biblical adventure by some sort of angel.
As you can see, Joshua feels kind of lost in the shuffle, and he doesn't know where to turn.
Now we say young man, but he's actually a lion. The way it sets up the conflict is that Joshua's father comes home. First of all, they're all lions, and none of them are wearing clothes. They're all naked. And I think in the beginning of this movie, either at the beginning or the end, it says, we spent 4 years making this movie. They spent 4 years working on this, and at no point did they think, you know what, we need to put clothes on these lions. Maybe they did, and they thought, maybe they don't need clothes. Maybe the clothes made the animation look worse. At any rate, the lions are all naked. And the father...
Anthropomorphic animals.
That's right, naked anthropomorphic animals, not anatomically correct. The father comes home, and Joshua is the son, and he says, "Oh, hi, Dad." And the father's like, "Yeah, just pick up your stuff." Doesn't say hello back to his child, and so it's just, and then the father and the mother get into a fight, and the fight doesn't involve Joshua at all, but a dejected or an upset Joshua goes to his room, and then a guardian angel appears and says, "I want to take you on a trip." But it's unclear, I don't remember the guardian angel saying, like, this is going to help your family. He's kind of like, hey, come on a trip with me. Maybe he does. I don't remember because it's so distracting how poorly animated it is. And also in Joshua's room, he has a lot of plushies, a lot of stuffed animals, but they're plushies that look exactly like him. It's almost like it would be like if you or I had stuffed animals of other human beings. Do you think this is absolutely the worst movie that we've seen so far? You don't know, but it is pretty awful. But much like the Dancing Pumpkin, I think there were moments that really spoke to you, like at the end with the lion, the floating red, the evil floating. This is the other issue, is that neither one of us are very familiar with the Bible. I don't, you want a drink? Yeah. And I know Moses is involved. When we were watching it, J-Man asked me, oh, are there actual sharks in the Bible? And when I Googled it, something came up that said, like, oh, there are sharks, all right. Like all the shady characters, the robbers or the thieves or whatever.
Joshua fought the battle of Jericho, Jericho, Jericho. Joshua fought the battle of Jericho, and the walls came tumbling down.
So with the guy, right before dinner, and the ghost kind of pushes him into it. And then this battle goes on for like 40 years, which I think is rude. Some sort of angel? Is there a famous pig in the Bible? Do you know? Like this long, epic whole thing across the desert. He does get him back before dinner, like he promised, but it certainly doesn't seem like that's going to happen. What was your J-Man? What was your favorite part of this terrible movie?
The movement.
You know, 2003 was so many years ago, back when amateur computer animation was really in its infancy, and there are a lot of portions of this movie where they screw up or they glitch. And, you know, I don't... It's one of those... It's also a situation where it's like they're trying to deliver the message of the Bible, so you feel like, you know, they're trying to do something moral, but the delivery is so awful. And well, maybe they're not doing something moral. Maybe it's impossible to tell what the message is here. Like, I don't know.
This is a cool dream.
We watched this thing a couple times, and I still can't tell you. Strange imagery. I don't know if the people who made this had done anything before this or after, but they certainly are amateur filmmakers, and if they were trying to teach us something about the Bible, they failed because I didn't learn anything. And I watched this thing twice, and so at the very end, Joshua comes back to dinner, and he just kind of sits there, and his parents are like, "Oh, we'll stop arguing," which doesn't make any sense.
I'm sorry I yelled at you, honey.
It's okay. I forgive you.
And they lived happily ever after.
But what was your favorite part of Joshua and the Promised Land, J-Man?
Love cooked bird like very much like a pickle.
the fact that the cooked bird looks like a pickle. That you enjoy that. Because you like pickles, don't you? You're a fan of pickles. Sometimes we can't get you to stop eating them.
Very fruit.
See, this conversation that we're having right now is more exciting than anything. And Joshua and the Promised Land. Joshua and the Promised Land. Well, Joshua and the Promised Land is not very well known in the realm of bad cinema, I feel. But hopefully we've raised some awareness, and you'll go check it out if you want. And maybe this is enough Joshua and the Promised Land for you. At any rate, we thank you for tuning in. And J-Man, it's always a pleasure to sit here and watch and review movies with you and do these videos. And I can't wait to see what we watch next for J-Man the Jokester Bad Movie Reviews.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.